Hey guys, hope I'm audible. We'll wait for some time. So before we start, let's see. I don't see much of users. Let's wait till some time, and then we can start. Key what we are going to cover today. So today we are going to cover everything about uh, projection lighting, or you called as optical snoot, and how do I use it. It's like kind of a jugaad solution. So stay till the end so you see all of the things what I use. It is not a live shoot, but I'll be showing, because a lot of you have seen my shoot, seen my videos, seen my live videos, and they have asked a lot of questions around it. Ki, how do I use, what do I use, and all of those things. So I thought ki why not make a video around it, so address all of those questions. Hope my voice is good enough. Yes, I can see. Let me. I have my computer on my side, so maybe sometime I'm looking at that side. So let's see. Okay. So we will start in a minute. Give me a second. We'll wait for some time so to have some users there, but I have a lot of things to show you today. But once the video is live, when the YouTube video is live, I'll be putting all in the description or in the comments as well, what all the things you can buy to make your own setup as well. So that will be helpful. I use a flash setup. I don't use a continuous light, so they can come in various flavors. I'll be explaining all of that, what does presently comes, what do I use, and how the pictures look like, and what are the various ways of using it. So we have some users. That's nice. So guys, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those in between. But I think let's screen mirror. Let me put me something on my iPad. There is some problem happening. That's okay. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll get started. So basically I'll be showing you few of the photos, ki what does actually projection lighting or optical snoot does. And then we'll go ahead with what setup I do, what are different setup presents, and I'll explain you my setup with respect to what all things you can use with those, and what are the jugaad things in terms of that. So let me show my display capture. Cool. So you must have seen some of my photos. So if you can see on my screen, these are the photos what generally a Gobo represents. So I'll show with a simple one first. So it creates a optical hard light which you can use to put on your subject, put as a background, or put as something else as well. And then you have the Gobo things. So Gobo are basically shapes. So you can create shapes on the subject, on the background as well, and how to use it, right? So this is one of the image. We'll come back to this, how to use a Gobo. Okay, so let me first show you my jugaad method of doing it. So optical snoot or projection light comes basically for, they have been used for a longer time. People like use a lot with hard light, but they generally use with, earlier they used to use with flash, but now being the continuous light being so powerful and everything, they generally come optical snoot, or you call it projection light, or all of that system, it generally comes with continuous light. So you can attach it to a Bowens mount, or it comes to Elechrome, it comes to a nan light as well. So they all have their own setup. I'll be showing you my setup. So my setup can be used with a flashlight. So it can be used with a continuous light as well, but I generally prefer it with flashlight because I want to use for fashion and save on power and don't have that big of continuous lights. So let me see if there are any questions around. Okay, cool. Yes, so my solution is kind of a jugaad. What I have is, I use a S2 mount. So what does a S2 mount? Is basically a simple Bowens mount which you can put it on a stand, and the main attachment to convert to attach to your projection lens. So there are various parts to it. So one, this is a attachment which is called the SA17 projection attachment, which you attach actually to your Bowens mount, and on top of it you can attach the projector. So projector also comes in, it has three parts to it. So one is the projector kit, then that's the lens, and then there are the Gobos, right? So they are light cutters and everything, but they are part of the Gobo setup only. So if you have any questions around this one, please let me know in comments. We'll go to the next part. So next part basically is a right. So next part basically is a this projection kit which attaches to this one as I shown earlier, and it just snaps in, and then you can lock it here. So this is the which has the lens part of it. So that's how that circle or hard light is created, and you can create shapes. So there's a lens over here, and you can attach a light over here. So why this is called a jugaad solution is because you can only fit a AD300 or a AD200 because they are small enough. So what I generally do is, so this is my AD300. What I generally do, because the bulb is a bit small, I can attach it here and I can lock it into the S2 bracket. So I can use this as a with flash. So it saves on power. The one problem with continuous light, if you use this for a long time with continuous light, it gets pretty hot. It is mentioned here as well, very high temperature. So if you can see here, it says very high temperature. So it gets pretty hot. With flash, it does not get that hot. Let me show you. So hopefully I don't drop it. Okay, so wrong pin. Right. So basically this is the second part to it. This is the lens actually which comes with the attachment, and which uses to project the light. So this for Godox comes in 3 flavors. This is the 85mm. You get a 50mm, you get a 105mm as well. So depending on the lens, the big or the smaller circuit, but you can definitely move your light up and up. But definitely this makes a sense. I just wanted a medium one because this was cheaper. The 65mm or the 50mm was a bit costly. So let me just lock it in. Okay. So other than this projection kit, now you can see this is the very simple projection kit. Now this is like a Canon. I'll explain again. This is the SA17 attachment. This is the projection kit. There is a lens at the end. And what you can do is there are two functions to it. So there is one knob over here and one knob to the lens. So this can be focused to make it smaller or bigger circle. Basically by default it is always circle. And then this you can focus to focus the lens. So there are two knobs to it. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Let me have a look. Okay. There are no people. That's okay. Okay. Let me come to Gobos. So basically, Gobos are basically what they have. Gobos is basically you can make shapes out of it. So I prefer shapes. So basically you can create a window shape, or you can create some random shapes, or you can create some stars, or even you can create moons. So if you have some fantasy shoot or something. So I have few of these Gobos. I have few more sets as well. So I have different kinds of more sets as well. So if you have a fire, if you have a very like a window effect, like a bars effect, or you can more a slanted window effect as well. So a lot of Gobos what you can buy in. I think there are Godox provides a lot of sets. I have 2 to 3 sets which covers few of them. So what happens is, let me show you. Okay. So along with these Gobos, okay. So this is the Gobo attachment. So wherein actually what you do is, so you unscrew it, and basically you can fit your Gobo here, and then you can just screw it on. Right. So you can form these shapes, and on this one there is a small slit over here. There is a opening over here. You just put in, and then you can form your shape from here, or you can slide your shape as well. So you can have pretty much control of your angle as well. So, and you can always change the shapes. So that's a handy attachment. Another thing what we can use with those is, these are the light cutters which you can actually put and create only a slit of light. So if you have seen my recent photos, so I have created slit of light on eyes or something. So maybe like this, so you can create something on the eyes and then fill it with that. Okay. What more we can do it is we can add gels. So I have this very squarish type of gels which you can use with those, and they are very small. That's why I have bought those set. So you can use a lot of gels over there to create colored gel light as well. So that is another option to do it. Okay guys, okay. So do you have any questions? I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. But this is the final kit, what it looks like. This is more of a very jugaad solution which you can buy. Definitely I'll be putting all of this into the description, where you can buy the lens, the projection kit, the SA17, and you can make your own setup, and you can buy all of this as well. So it makes it more creative lighting as well. What I'll be doing is, now I'll be showing you few of the photos what we take and what are the different type of photos what we can take. So where I have used as a background, as a slit light or something kind of that as well. So let's go through that. In the meantime, if you have questions, I'll be more than happy to address those questions. Okay, so let's see few of the photos. So this is the first one where it's a very simple setup. I have used Gobo head-on to create that shape. So it's a very circle of light what you can see at. This is very good if you have like sequin or something you're wearing, or black on black or some monochromatic look. They go nice with most of the backgrounds and everything. So this we had used with a gray background, and later I had painted the gray evenly. Okay. So you can see the look is coming very nice and sharp, and you can see the highlights and everything are very nice and sharp. The other way of using this is you can use this as a background light. So I had used one of the Gobo, the window Gobo, and what it shows is I used that as a window as a background light. So you can use that as well. The advantage of flash is that I don't have to worry about the ambient light and everything. So that's a easy way of doing it. Another window light is this is another window light which I use for a product shoot. So this was a simple coffee shoot. This was one of the sample photos. So I used again the window light, but I used this was the final photo where I used the window light, but I used the orange gel to create that effect. Now there is one more what I'm looking at is this is the white Gobo without projection light without the Gobos, and what I have done is I have just put a blue light reflecting on the ceiling which fills the shadows with the blue color, so that gives you that effect. So you must have seen in one of my last week's live as well where I was using pink on pink. I'll be showing you one of the set where I've used as a slit as well. So let me quickly show you that. Right. So here is the photo. What we did is we created the slit of light, and then what I did is from one side I put in a blue gel, and from the another side I put in a red gel. So that creates a very creative look, and basically you can see that. So that's the best way I use my Gobo, and that's how my Gobo looks like. I'll be showing you some of my recent photos as well, because I think we don't have any questions. So I'll be more than happy to show you some more things around it. So let me show you my recent shoot. So if you have been live for this shoot, this is also the one where instead of blue I created a pink background. I still have to post these photos. I have not yet, but I have not edited as well. So this is one of the looks, what it looks like. But you get the idea. So if you have any questions around projection light, I'll be more than happy to answer. I wanted to keep this short because I think a lot of people were asking ki how do you use this Gobo and all of those things. So I was very eager to explain you all of that, ki how does the Gobo works. Right. So if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer now. I'll be there for another 5-10 minutes. I can show you more photos around it, but I'll be more appreciating if you have any questions. So if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those. Let me know. So let me check live chat. I don't see any questions, but more than happy to answer. Let me check if something comes up here. Right. So I'll be there for a few minutes. If you have any questions around the Gobo light, I'll be showing you again. This is my Jugaad Gobo. So many people use it, but I use it with a flash because my 8300 or 8200 definitely fits on here, and this creates some amazing light. So this is one of my favorite lights as well. So I use this a lot in most of my setup. I'll be putting all the links and everything if you want to buy as well. But if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those. So it seems if you can ask my questions on the comment as well. So if you have more questions, please comment me. But thanks for joining and have a nice weekend.